So it is Sunday and it's Christmas Eve. I don't know if you are one of the lucky people that will have gifts under the tree. That is if you believe in the tree, the Christmas tree. But of course, whether you are going to be receiving gifts or not, the most important thing is the gifts you will be giving. And today I decided, you know what, let's give something fantastic. I'm happy that we have her, or we had an opportunity of having a conversation, and that is a young lady. I don't know if it's okay to say young lady.
Please say young. Please.
Is that what you like?
Please say young any day.
She's a young lady, and I would say, and she's my gift to you today. And only because I think she's absolutely phenomenal. She is an adventurer at heart. And this is, I'm going to try and describe you the way I see you. An adventurer at heart, a lover of life, absolutely, infectious, because, you know, everything about you just screams life, positivity, and hope. That's how I look at you.
Thank you.
And I'm sure people are thinking, who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Yeah. Don't build it up to an anticlimax.
You know what I mean? So, Keke, you wear so many hats. How do you introduce yourself?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I just introduce myself as mother, businesswoman, news broadcaster, or in the broadcasting space. And yeah, like you said, a lover of life. Everything that I've chosen to do, I have done intentionally.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and that's why I love what I do.
Okay, so Keke intentionally works. She is literally an on-camera personality.
Yes.
Gets to travel all over the place, these amazing places. She also gets to loan her voice to so many different brands as a voice artist.
Yes.
You also have a show, though.
I do. Are you talking in terms of the travel show?
There's a travel show. There's the radio.
So with the radio, it's actually news broadcasting.
Okay, so
and
she's
that's
a news
very strange considering my personality that I got into news broadcasting. But maybe that wasn't so intentional. The intention was to get into radio, and that's how I got into radio, is via news.
Now, the reason why it is also super exciting to be chatting with you is simply because but you work outside the country. You've lived outside Botswana for a number of years.
Yeah, 21 years.
21 years is a long time.
It is.
And you're on TV, radio, and all these platforms outside Botswana, which I think a lot of us think, is it possible? But indeed, it is possible.
100%.
So how long is it? 21 years is a very long time. How have you ensured that you were able to transcend from being a student to working in South Africa? And really now your work is all over the place.
You know what? I think my biggest thing was I'm going to do event management. That was what I wanted to do after school, because I was like, people organize parties and they get paid. I'm doing that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing that. So that's what I went into. And whilst I was studying that, I was introduced to broadcasting.
Okay.
I met Tracy Going. I don't know if you know her. She's a news a personality in South Africa, like from way back when. And I met her, and she said that she was doing a training with the SABC for presenting. And I was like, that's something that I definitely want to explore.
Okay.
And I did that. So I did a course at the SABC. I think this was like 1999 or 2000. I did a brief course on quick radio, TV. You know, we got to sit in the studios, the actual studios, and record. So that's how I got into that space much later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and I say this simply because, I mean, it is holiday season. People are getting ready to go all kinds of places. You've been everywhere.
Not yet.
You've been everywhere. So, okay, fine. So give me your top 4 destinations.
Oh, that's tough.
Keke's top 4.
That's tough.
Or should I make them 10?
So that is so tough. Look, I enjoyed Vietnam.
Okay.
That was because that was an eye opener for me.
Okay.
What I went in thinking it completely wasn't.
Okay.
Got some of the best beaches in the world in Vietnam.
Yes, that's true.
You know, and a lot of people don't put the two together.
Yeah, that's true.
Like bustling city life. I was completely taken aback, and that's what made it one of my top destinations to go to. And I mean, I had dinner in a cave, and they kept it a surprise, you know? So we're on the water, we're in this, we had a bit of a cruise, and next thing we get out and they're like, okay, dinner will be served. We're like, where? lights go on and it's in a cave.
Okay.
And it was the most beautiful experience. Most beautiful experience.
Oh, wow.
So Vietnam, and then what else? Poland.
Okay.
Poland was
That's also
great.
a strange. That's also like
Right?
a strange.
Yeah. And I like that. Because we've got different, we've got different notions about what looks like. So if I say New York, you already have this
An idea,
preconceived notion
yes.
of what New York is. So I wanted to specifically go to places that I didn't have any concept of or I was uncertain of. And that gave it a nice...
Vietnam, Poland, which other place?
Turkey.
Okay.
Turkey was great for me. Argentina.
Okay.
Because Brazil, I know what I think of Brazil. I've been there, but I knew what I was going into. Carnival and, Argentina completely different. And yet they like border each other, but very, very, very different places. There it was tango. It was, they just want a lot of black people. And
Okay. Okay, fine. So, we're going to continue the conversation with Keke Makro, and you will get to find out where you can see part of, some of these travels of hers.
Baby, don't stand there in the doorway with all your bags ready to go. Baby, sit down and let's talk it over. Oh, I need to know, what do you think you're gonna find? Making you breathing is sweeter. Take a look inside and read my mind, girl. Everything I do for you. Don't leave me crying, Maybe my crime is caring about you. Hey, wanting you close by my side. Maybe you need some space around you, some room to fly. Don't ever think I want you back. My love will lift you higher. You call my name, I'll be there right beside you. I'll be say goodbye, girl. Take a look inside and read my mind, girl. Everything I do for you. Don't leave me crying, oh, baby. You know you mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. I never loved nobody the way that I love you. Never loved nobody the way it feels when
if you're joining us now, remember it is Soul Whispers with myself, Tsapo Mapanyane. And as you've come to expect on my story today, I have an exciting young lady. And yes, she's quite young. She's gorgeous, I must say. I'm talking about gorgeous. Are you available?
Yes. That came out with great difficulty.
Yes. So, Tsapo and Keke are available, guys. And it is Christmas Eve. And, we wouldn't mind certain gifts. I mean, we're just saying. We're just saying. Talking about Christmas gifts, and we'll get back to, obviously, some of the, amazing places that one can go to. Talking about Christmas gifts, what do you most enjoy, giving or receiving?
You know what? I won't lie. I do enjoy receiving. Okay. But giving, I think you get into such a spin. You go out looking for this perfect gift for somebody and it has to be perfect. They have to enjoy it. It has to be a certain way. So it's very emotional for me. Okay. But the minute you see that person receive it and they love it,
that's like
best thing ever.
The best thing ever.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you like to receive this year specifically?
Tomorrow.
Remember tomorrow morning? It's happening. So
no, look, I want to go somewhere.
Okay.
So I decided that if I'm not going to have anybody give it to me,
you're going to give it to yourself.
I'm going to give it to myself. So I'm traveling in a few days.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go to London because I want to experience New Year's in London because apparently it's something ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't like you no more. Yeah.
So I want to experience that. I just want to experience, just the atmosphere.
Yes. Yeah, actually, I'm thinking, no, I did Christmas there. No, so that doesn't count.
Join me.
No, I'm going to Botswana's party place. You know what they say about Durban being South Africa's playground?
Yeah.
We have Maung being Botswana's playground.
Yes.
And everybody tells you about the Maung New Year's.
I've heard.
We are finally going to do that. I can't believe now I've exposed my plans. I was going to keep them very hush.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you know where to find Tsapo.
Okay. So, Keke, you do this travel. You're on radio and you've got cameras on you. I could say 24 hours, but then
sometimes I'll shoot dates. Yeah,
I'm sure you get How did that come about? How did you get this amazing gig where you get to enjoy these places that you go to, but at the same time you get to share with viewers?
So a production company came to me and said to me, "Listen, we know that you travel a lot, all right, because of work.
Yeah.
And we always see the pictures and we see that, you're always like hosted in these amazing countries.
Yeah.
And how would you be opposed to documenting that and actually showcasing it? Okay. Because sometimes you go alone and you're like, oh my gosh, I've just experienced all of this, but nobody sees it. Okay. And so this was a way of documenting it, but it had to be me. It wouldn't have worked if it was going to be me trying to be Sheila or Basitsana. It just had to be just them accepting that it's just Keke that's going to be on camera, and they were okay with that. So we did it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm just like, okay, okay. Now, so then the production company, because I'm thinking for you to be on a platform such as, is it MTV?
It's a BT.
BT, yes. Yeah. I mean, to be on a platform like BT it's massive.
Yeah.
Okay. International way. International. If you were thinking this is small, no, it's major. It's very major. I mean, to be on that platform, how do you even, I mean, I know the traveling is exciting.
Yeah.
And then now you're on this platform that you get to be seen by literally just about everybody.
Yeah.
In anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
How does that, do you wake up thinking, oh my God, I'm a celebrity?
No. Oh my God, it's intimidating.
Okay.
Look, I think before you sort of don't focus on it. You're like focusing on trying to get the product out the way you want it. And then, there are days when it hits you and you're like, oh my gosh, the pressure of it all.
Okay.
But that's all I feel. I feel like, okay, it's a bit of pressure, so I need to bring it. But that's it, Okay. I don't sit there going, have you
had people sort of recognize you and say, hey, TV girl?
Yeah, very awkward, but Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is, I guess. I don't know. Just like you experience on a daily.
I have no idea what she's talking about. This woman, I've got no idea what she's talking about. This is a woman who goes to not just exotic places. Okay, so I'm gonna ask though, how often do you come to Botswana? You are here, you are home now. Your family is here. Your mom
Yes.
is here. Your
Yes.
sister is here. You know, how often do you come to Botswana?
You know what? Not as often as I would like. I probably come 3 times a year.
Okay.
And that's about it.
And what do you
Unfortunately, I
most
just don't have
enjoy
time.
doing when you're home? I mean, obviously the fact that you travel to everywhere.
Yeah.
Like the cuisine is amazing. Fine
Yeah.
dining is like your thing. You're drinking like shams. Like, what is that thing that you actually look forward to when you come home?
You know what? The minute I get here, I can exhale. Honestly, it's like a place of rest. And I think it'll always be that. Plus, I love my mama's food.
Yeah,
The
okay.
thing, forget fine dining,
Yeah,
like my
but
mother's
just-
dumplings
Okay.
and stew. So that's my meal. That's my welcome home meal every
Okay.
time
Does
I
she
come.
make it every
My
time you come?
dombi, every single time for 21 years.
Oh, wow.
My
Okay.
dombi le stew.
And then do you get to, because I don't like, you come here 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Is there any specific place in Botswana that you either have been to, loved, or you feel like you would like to visit?
I feel like, you know what? I feel like I've traveled a lot, but I haven't done enough of Africa and I haven't done enough of home.
home.
Yeah. And that's, it's terrible, but it is the situation. So I absolutely
They're not
want
inviting.
to.
Look, you are not inviting Keke. Keke gets invited to all corners of the world. Like, you've got no idea. All corners of the world. So if you would
Yeah.
like Keke to come in, and obviously come in with like a television crew so that we can see her in BET, then you need to be inviting her.
I would love
If you were
that.
to pick 3 places in Africa, I mean, or even just including Botswana, what would they be?
What
for
would
you?
they be?
Yeah.
You know what? I've never experienced the Delta.
Okay.
I haven't.
Okay, now that you must
See,
experience.
I have to. I have to.
you
And have
to.
it's embarrassing as a girl, Motswana, not to know.
But you know, but to be
I
but
speak
to,
of
but
other
to be,
countries.
No, but to be honest though, it is still like it used to be the best kept secret,
Yeah.
and then the secret is out. But
Yeah.
it's like only a few people can actually
Yeah.
comment on the secret.
Absolutely.
Even, you know what I mean? Like, don't even feel too hard on yourself. I'm just saying that the people that need to invite Keke and make sure that I'm the plus one. I must just be the plus.
Put it
one.
out there, babe. Put it
Yeah,
out
I'm
there.
just gonna put out there. So now. Christmas is tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm sure dumplings and everything else will be in the menu.
For sure.
But what is in the menu for you when it comes to 2018?
Oh, 2018. You know what? I think for me, 2016 was probably one of the worst years of my whole entire life, but on all aspects, like personally, career-wise, professionally. So I made a conscious effort to make sure that 2017 flips on its head. And I told myself, okay, everything's going to change. And it really did. So I'm really happy. I think next year it would be more attention on the love life.
Hold it there. Hold it there.
This time, I'm gonna do my best to make it right and go on without you by my side. Hold on, shelter, come and rescue me out of this storm. And out of this cold, I need someone. Oh, why? If you see her, tell her this for me. All I need is one more chance at love. 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 For that one who's gonna make me whole. Help me make this mystery it takes, no. Why? I tell the seven seas to be near her and to have to see her. See, tell her for me. One more chance at love. 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 One more
Hey, who would have thought that even international people have got problems in their love lives or just hooking up with some people? Is that the case?
I think everybody struggles with that.
Guys,
Look at your massive big time celebrities, A-listers.
why is
They're
love,
struggling.
why do you think love is so elusive?
Oh, I promise
For
you,
so
if
many.
I knew, then I would sort it out on my end. I have no idea. I think that we are in a place where, like instant gratification is everything right now. And love isn't that. Like love is
needs nurturing,
and and
getting
I
into
think
this
maybe we
thing,
just don't know how to do it, or we've just lost ourselves somewhere along the line because we get everything so easily. And this is the one thing that
you
have
cannot
to
buy
work
it.
for. Yeah, you
cannot
can't.
buy
You
it.
can't.
You can't pick it up from the shelf. You can't. Oh my
Right?
word.
It needs that TLC, and maybe one that just needs to make time.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so love. Clearly, love. I was getting ready to be like, oh my gosh, we must like be losing weight and be ready for like a wedding or something. Ain't happening from this side. Okay, what advice can you give to, not even just young people, just someone needing to just break free.
To break free.
To break free. I will call it break free. But what
Yeah.
advice do you have that speaks to just going out there and doing what you need to do?
I think the biggest thing, honestly, is desire for change. Like you have to have an honest conversation with yourself. You have to desire change. You have to really want to change the situation that you're in. That you have to want that. That's always, I think, for me, that's the first step.
Okay.
And then, like I said, a love that just propels you to go for it, just to go for it. And if you have a love to get out and just do something, no matter what it is, then do it. Like feel that love and just do it. It's sort of fear is such a crippling thing. Fear is such a crippling thing. And that's the thing that stops us every time in our tracks when it comes to doing things. And you just put that aside and you say, even though I am scared, I'm will.
going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So for those that are listening, for those that maybe are not familiar with your work, and even for those that are familiar with your work, how then do they get in touch? I mean, what platforms are you on so that they can check you out?
Oh, yeah. So I've got an Instagram account, Keke Presents or Keke_Matlo. Facebook, Keke Presents. They can go onto the BT Africa platform as well. And I've also got a website which has all those different platforms. It's www.kekematlo.co.za.
You see, people that take themselves seriously, that's what they do.
That website.
Thank you, babe.
Thank you, my love. 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 Thank you, my love.